Sorry about that, folks. I was going to start a little earlier, but I had some computer-ish technical issues. But with that being said, what is going on, everybody? This is LC Muscles 28, back in with a brand new video. It is time to give my victory lap for the 2020 Week 7 game. Steelers and Titans. Steelers won against the Titans 27-24. In a very interesting game, and I didn't do a live stream right away because number one, A-Bomb was doing his live stream, and number two, I really needed to collect my thoughts on the game before really making like a actual video, just determining of like what like my thoughts were going to be. So thank you all for tuning in so far. Getting into the game, honestly, we dominated the first half. We looked very well, but unfortunately, our offense got way too conservative, and that was really big a problem. I think I was definitely on Randy Fichtner. So Randy Fichtner, yeah, he did not have a good game this week, and we need a big game next week against the Ravens, which I'll go over to in a little bit, because let's face it, though, this was a really good game. And the Steelers won. We dominated for most of the game. The only reason why the Titans came back is the Titans just are a comeback team. They're a very tiny game. No, they're not going to move the game till Sunday night, unfortunately. It is going to be Cowboys-Eagles, which sucks. And the reason why they said they didn't want to move Steelers-Ravens to Sunday night is because they're already playing on Thanksgiving. So they didn't want to put both games on the Sunday night platform, unfortunately. The only game that was probably going to be considered to be moving up was Saints and Bears. That was the only game that was going to be considered to be a late game, but fortunately it did not happen. Steelers dominated for the most part on the defensive end. The Titans only allowed 6 sacks going into the week, and we got 2 sacks, so that was really great in our defense. In our run defense, so shout out to our run defense, man. Our run defense shut down Derrick Henry for the majority of the game. The only reason why he got most of his yards was in the fourth quarter. Otherwise, we held Derrick Henry in check most of the entire game. He only gained 27 yards until the fourth quarter. Like, he was not doing very well. We held him in check for the most part. Juju, there was a couple of good standouts today. Juju Smith-Schuster had a really good game. Deontay Johnson coming back, having a fantastic game for us. Ebron has some decent catches. James Conner, really good on the offensive end. Boswell doing what he needed to do. Fantastic. And TJ Watt and Vince Williams were both great on the defense end. Vince Williams was player of the game. He got 10 tackles plus a sack. And the Titans, they didn't really do too much until very late in the game. Tannehill didn't look too well like most of the game until the very end. A.J. Brown had one big catch, but he was definitely a good player we had to look out for. Corey Davis had that touchdown. Honestly, the refereeing in this game, I honestly agree with 90% of the calls, except for that one phantom pass interference call. That was really not a good call. But Sean Hockley's crew did a really good job. I feel like they really officiated well in the game, honestly. And getting into what I actually thought about the Steelers as a whole, first half, we were fantastic. Second half, we were way too conservative. And this is to blame on Randy Fichtner. Randy Fichtner, I don't know what kind of game plan you have for the second half, but it was way too damn conservative, and you passed a lot. We were having great success in the run game until we decided to abandon it middle of the third quarter, and we barely run again. Why? We need to have a balanced offense and on the passing game and the running game. We need to have a balanced group. But unfortunately, we decided to pass for almost 50 times and only run 22 times. Like, that's ridiculous. Against the Ratfucks, we need to be able to hold the run. Why can't we hold the run? I just don't understand that. That makes no sense. We've got to be able to establish the run and we got to play well. We did play well with running the ball in the first half. Why did we give it up? And Ben, was it his best game today? No, it was not his best game. I honestly say one interception was realistically his fault. The other one was that was a deep ball in the end zone. Like, why couldn't you just gone for the field goal? Why did you just have to literally go, oh, we're just gonna take a shot down the field? That made no sense to me. Your interception deflection, okay, that happens. Jeffrey Simmons for the Titans, that was the one that deflected it. He had a really good game for the Tennessee Titans. And then that double coverage, Juju, you got to have the freaking ball, man. That ball you got to come down with, dude. You were having a great game until that play, but, man, you got to hold on to the freaking ball, dude. I don't know what it is. You almost had a fumble, too, earlier. You got to hold on to the ball. I don't get how some games you're fantastic and some days you'll fumble. That one should not have been fumbled. You had strong enough hands. That would have been able to get caught and would have been able to put in right away. So, yeah, that's pretty much the offense, really the complaints I have. Honestly, Ben, you don't need to throw 50 times a game, man. You're going to throw really bad passes. Stick to 20 and 30 passes and just run the ball more. We need to go back to run the ball more. I don't know what Randy Fichtner's thinking by throwing the ball that many times. Against the Titans, they're going to be able to stop us. And they stopped us the majority of the second half on offense because we weren't able to do anything because we were just passing most of the time, which is ridiculous. But I will give the Titans credit, man. Titaneers and Upload, I will give you guys credit, man. You guys played a hell of a second half. Almost beat us, but Gostkowski missed it. Best of luck to the rest of you guys on your way to the season. And I really wanted to get my thoughts out there. This game, honestly, I was way too overcome with emotions to really make a conclusive review until today. I wanted to wait because this game was already a crazy-ass game of nothing. I already got my blood boiling, my heart racing a million miles an hour. But to be fair, against the Ravens, if we do the same thing when we did against the Ravens, they're not going to be able to come back. Because we dominated that first half. And Baltimore, like I keep saying, is not a comeback team. They're built to strike early. If you strike up early, you put up 14 or more points against the Ravens, they go down 14-0, 17-0, they're not coming back. The Titans did it. The Chiefs did it. The Browns did it. We need to strike early, and we need to dominate the game early. Our defense is going to be able to play a lot better, too. And people are saying, oh, you guys only got 2 sacks on the Titans. That's terrible. How are you the best defense? Listen, the Tennessee Titans before our game only allowed 6 sacks. Literally, it was only about 1.2 sacks per game. We got them twice, which is insanely good. Even without Taylor Lewan, the player that came in to step up for him did a really good job. And I'm glad T.J. Watt and Vince Williams both had great games. Joe Hayden honestly looked really bad, especially in the second half going against A.J. Brown. He looked awful in the second half. He had a good first half. The second half was awful. One player I will say for the defensive secondary that's been playing a lot better is Terrell Edmonds. Edmonds is playing a lot better, especially with tackling Derrick Henry. He got some good shots on Derrick Henry. And I love the fact that before the stupid offensive pass interference penalty, we had the freaking Robert Spillane come in and just level Derrick Henry. He just got in right down and shut him down. One-on-one, Spillane shut him down. Imagine if that was Devin Bush. Derrick Henry would have felt that. Derrick Henry got stopped by Robert Spillane, man. That's insane. So Robert Spillane, first game coming in for Derrick Henry. Great job, man. Cameron Sutton had some great pass selections today. Great job. Nelson didn't look too bad, to be honest with you. Minkah Fitzpatrick could have played a lot better, especially on that touchdown from A.J. Brown, that long touchdown that really should not have happened. I think that was just a bad assignment there. But honestly, our defense is getting better and better, even though we didn't play as well as we should have and against the Titans. And the biggest problem we had I think, against the Titans is our penalties. We were getting killed at penalties. We had too many stupid penalties. We need to cut that shit out because we need to not have penalties against the Baltimore Ravens next week. We cannot allow that to happen. Chumatel Okafor, 2 terrible penalties early in the game really cost us. Even though we still got the touchdown, those penalties keep getting to us, and we need to stop committing penalties. Last game against the Browns, we didn't commit any penalties. How come we couldn't do it this week? Come on, guys. We need to not commit turnovers. We need to not get any penalties. We need to play smart. And this week against the Ravens, it's going to be our biggest game of the year. Like last week was a humongous game, and I think it was definitely one of the biggest games of the year in regards to record standpoint. But as for rivalry standpoint, this is the biggest game of the year. And we are the last undefeated team in the league, thanks to Arizona being the Seahawks. Thank you, Arizona. But yeah, we're the last undefeated team. We're the best team in the league right now until someone beats us. And to be honest with you, we go up 24-7 on the Ravens and hold that lead at halftime the next game just so we get against the Titans. The Ravens are not going to be able to do what the Titans did to us. The Titans are not going to be able to come back to us because Lamar is not a passer this week. Let me tell you guys something, and I'll go over this in my hate week, which I actually am working on a little bit, my intro to my hate week right now. The Baltimore Ravens have one of the worst passing offenses in the league, and their offensive line gave up 16 sacks so far in 5 games. That's the 3rd worst in the league. I'm so ready to see our defense go against Baltimore's defense. And don't worry, though. In my hate week, I'll also talk about the bet I'm making. I'm making a bet, and I'll be making sure those Ravens fans, they don't know what's coming to them because this team, Ravens team, is nowhere near as good as everyone says they are. And they're going to say, oh, we just got Yannick Ngakoue. So you guys are coming off a bye week, and you guys have a grueling stretch coming up. You got us twice in the next 5 weeks. You guys got the Patriots, who Belichick, he knows how to play. Even though the Patriots are not as good as everyone says they were last year, this year they're not as good. They could still play decent well if everyone's healthy. You got the Colts. You got the Titans. That is a brutal 5-game stretch. And then you still got Cleveland down the road. Your guys' downfall is coming this and it's going to start this week. So with that being said, that's pretty much all my main thoughts I really wanted to get out in this video, just to talk about the Steelers as a whole. We need to play a lot better. I'm going to put if it was a loss, I would put the solely blame on Randy Fichtner, but this was not like I was getting pretty pissed early, and I was watching Steel Mainstream, but Randy Fichtner, make sure you have an aggressive game plan for 4 quarters this time around, not just 2. And remember last time the Steelers played the Ravens with Ben Roethlisberger fully healthy? We won. So be ready for this week, Ravens, because it's not going to look very, very good for you. And we know we're going to want to fix our mistakes, especially we're going to go into this week fixing our mistakes. So with that being said, that's going to do it for me. This is LC Muscles 28 signing out. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Let's go Steelers. This team right here is the last undefeated team in the league. And Baltimore, you're next on our list. Because once we get past you guys, the rest of our season is going to be a cakewalk. Because we only got you guys again one more time and the Colts. Otherwise, no team scares me. So, Steelers, be ready for this week. Let's get healthy and let's get ready to play Baltimore. I'll talk more about the statistics and everything in my hate week. That'll be Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. But stay tuned for Wednesday. Pain and Game Pick'em, Season 6, Episode 8. It's going to be a very interesting hate week, and it's a very interesting pick episode because I know some people are going to want to say a few things this week. So take it easy, guys. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Let's go.